Why the f did you click on this video? Can you see that I'm doing the most stressful task? I'm backing up everything I own. You may be asking, Anthony, why are you backing up everything? And I would ask you, why aren't you? What would my life be if my DSi's SD card all of a sudden corrupts? Aw man, my DSi's SD card got corrupted. Now how am I gonna listen to the Plants vs. Zombies soundtrack? Now what I'm wondering is why it's taking 2 hours to transfer these files. Oh, yeah. Flipnote Studio. Flipnote Studio. If you haven't heard of Flipnote Studio, then you must be living a life of not hearing about Flipnote Studio, which is terrible. I think. You see, my childhood consisted of only a few things. Being a kid who didn't really go outside, I had to resort to entertaining myself inside. The forms of media of my choice in 2010 were either regular show, the Wii, or YouTube. When it came to YouTube, I feel like I was one of the weird kids that didn't really watch memes. Heck, I didn't even really know what the word was until the 8th grade. So I would either be watching Game Theory, The Gaming Historian, or something else that was related to video games, more retro than anything. I'm an information nutcase, that's why I thought I was cool when I would tell my friends that, hey, Nintendo owned a baseball team. But a new form of media in my life would arise, to compete with the VHS, DVD, and the entire internet. Created by Nintendo. It was Christmas of 2010. Are all my videos gonna start like this? Anyways, I'd be getting an upgrade, an amazing upgrade, to the handheld that I loved. And that would be the DSi XL. I know it was that Christmas because for some reason I wanted to try out the camera feature right away. I think I was the only kid who literally enjoyed using the camera on the DSi. So much so that I uploaded my pictures to Facebook using the thing. If there was a way of uploading pictures with the Game Boy camera, I would've. The one I got was the Special Mario Edition bundled with Mario Kart DS, so even though I was behind everyone else in getting a DSi, I think it was worth it to say. Ha! My DSi's bigger than yours.
What the?
But we're getting off track here. We're here to talk about an app that was better than all the apps on the DSi. Ah, so many memories. When I first opened Flipnote Studio, all I can say is that I was in awe. Finally, there was an easy way for me to make animations, something I always wanted to try out as a kid, especially since I watched a lot of cartoons and doodled video game characters. It was a match made in heaven. The software was just so intuitive. I was freaking 7 years old and was able to figure out how frames and frame rate worked. Though I never really made any good animations, I at least understood and came up with many cool ways of using the tools at hand. Even though you were limited by colors, brushes, and a lot of other things, it never really mattered. You weren't limited in the creativity department. You just dealt with what you had and tried to work around it. I'm in quarantine right now and I'm trying to make food using these things. I think Flipnote Studio has helped. Like how there were many people who were limited by the amount of frames they could work with, but dealt with it, either making episodes or different parts of the same animation. There were other cool features though, such as adding music or sound and speeding up the video that would make the media what it was. But how is this a new form of media? And why was it so popular? That's where we get into the added online feature, Flipnote Hatena. Literally, I could have left out the whole entire portion about Flipnote Studio because I know everybody is here for Flipnote Hatena. For those who don't know, Flipnote Hatena was a way for Flipnotes to be uploaded online for others to see. In a way, it was like a tiny YouTube, but I would argue that it was bigger than that. When looking back at how many Flipnotes were created and who they were created by, you start to realize that a lot of them were made by cringy little kids. Trust me, I was one of them. To me, Flipnote Hatena was a place for those kids to upload their crappy animations and audio without a care of who would see it. I might have done the same if I would have taken the time to figure it out. On YouTube, and especially now, you see a lot of kids who get discouraged because of the backlash of comments they might get. On Flipnote Hatena, there was less care, which made its community huge. As a kid, not knowing what YTPs or memes were, Flipnote Hatena was a place filled with hilariously funny content made from other media, and then people putting their own spin on it. One of my favorites was Waffles.
Do you like waffles?
No, not that Waffles. Actually, this Waffles.
That's a lot of waffles. You ate all the waffles? Yeah.
Which was originally a YouTube video made by Jeffrey Dallas. There were ones that had Sonic, Mario, Kirby, someone's OC. It didn't matter, it was funny every single time. You would have videos of the same joke made by totally different animators, and that was enough to make it interesting. Though, this wasn't all of it. No, Flipnote Hatena was chock full of different types of videos. This ranged from tutorials, stick figure fighting, Nyan Cat, pixel art, video games, stories, parodies, YTPs, and music videos. I used to beg my parents for an iPhone. 10 years later, it's safe to say that I am still alive and I've never owned an iPhone. Good decision. Finding Flipnotes that you were interested in was also easy, either looking at what was popular at the time or using the categories to simplify your search. Say I wanted to watch an animation related to Adventure Time. There was a category for it. What made this even better was that you had the ability to download them to your DSi. Through my childhood, I managed to collect 3 folders full of these animations. Downloading would become an issue with many creators because of the remix feature. As a creator, you could choose to lock or unlock your Flipnotes, giving or not giving permission for others to make edits. This would have been alright if there wasn't a way for somebody to upload the same animation as their own. This would become a huge issue because you would have 100 quote-unquote different animations by different creators when in all actuality, they were the same. Luckily, some creators started to lock their animations, but one of those who didn't was Forever, who made Kirby animations that I enjoyed. This app single-handedly was a huge part in my childhood, and I'm not alone. I'm not the first person to reminisce on Flipnote Studio. No, that's like saying I'm the first person to reminisce on being born. Everybody celebrates birthdays. I'm gonna be saying Flipnote Studio for the 10th time now, but really that's how much it resonates with me. I still quote a lot of the Flipnotes that I had downloaded onto my DSi, and also remember why I thought they were so funny. And while I have found a good chunk of the original videos that were turned into Flipnotes, there are still a few ones that I'm still searching for. So even though they tried to make a new Flipnote Studio on the 3DS, and we got pranked by that one son of a with the Switch version, it would never really live up to the amazingness that was Flipnote Studio and Flipnote Hatena. Though it would be nice if Nintendo would try. Well, now that I've wasted my time doing this, maybe we should go back upstairs and check on the backing up process and see how that's going. Well, I'll be damned. It wasn't Flipnote Studio after all. It was actually my DSi's camera. I took over 300,000 pictures. Before the credits roll here, I just wanted to say thank you to Sudo Memo. If you were wondering how I was able to get footage of Flipnote Hatena like you're watching right now, well, I was actually using their service. They've made it their goal and mission to archive and create a new form of Flipnote Hatena, and to me, from my childhood experience of using the service of Flipnote Hatena, it is exactly as I remember it, and it's amazing that I'm able to actually get footage and as well just relax and check out some new Flipnotes that are being made right now in 2020. It is amazing and kind of surreal that a community like this exists, but I can't be thankful enough for the recreation of something big from my childhood like Flipnote Hatena to be still alive, which is amazing. Anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll have the credits rolling now.